Hey, happy Saturday. I am going live for the Tea on Trading. I wanted to start going live every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to share a few tips, a little bit of inspiration for those of you that are just thinking about getting into Forex, but you may not be in the right place right now to just jump in. But it took me a long time to actually get started. I tried it 2 times before, and it took a minute for me to get started. So I just wanted to share a little bit of inspiration for those of you that are considering learning how to trade Forex. As you come in, go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know where everybody is from. I am in sunny Tampa, Florida. I think it's about 80 something degrees today. My family gets on me all the time because in Chicago, in most cases, when I talk to them, it's about 30, maybe 40 degrees. So today I am going to go live and give you a little bit of tea on trade, just a little bit. Not going to give you the whole thing because it'll probably kind of confuse you, but I'm going to give you a little piece of it. Just a little piece of it. So, I'm going to give people a couple of minutes because I know there's a little bit of a delay. And I want to make sure I am live on my page. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I have been into Forex for several months now. You probably didn't see the behind the scenes from years ago when I tried it, but I am absolutely in love with Forex. I've been selling real estate for 20 years. 20 years. So I wanted a little bit of a change in my life. I wanted to be able to cut back on all of the running around, all of the showing the homes and different things like that. Even though I still love real estate, it's still like one of my true passions, but it's a time for me to kind of step back a little bit. And I figured this would be a great way to do it. I'm able to learn about the financial markets and earn money from my phone while sitting on my couch watching Netflix. So let me share this and then we'll get started. All righty, getting started because I know I'm one of those people that hate waiting for someone to get started when they start a live. So I'm not going to do that to you all. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So each Saturday, what I'm going to do is just go live and share with you my journey to six figures. Take you behind the scenes of what I'm doing to learn how to trade. A lot of you have been following me for a while. It took me a minute to get out of my demo account. And the demo account is basically the account that you go in and play with Monopoly money or play with fake money, and you're not using your own money. So I decided to come out of my demo account last week on the 1st, which was a bad idea. Why? Because it was election week. So I ended up not doing it last week. I went in this week and I was on a winning streak. I basically doubled my account in 4 days. Now here's the kicker. I only started with $50 in my account and I doubled that within a week. So a lot of times when people are starting Forex, you think, okay, well, I have to start with $500 in my account or $1,000 in my account or have $10,000 in my account. You don't. I started my account with $50 and I doubled that in less than a week. And I was just practicing with my demo money. My real money. I was still in my demo account, but I wanted to kind of take it in little bite-sized pieces of my real money, because of course I don't want to be someone that like blows my entire account. Even though it was $50, I wanted to kind of get consistent with that small amount before I kind of scaled up to a larger amount. So yeah, I'm taking you on the journey. All of you are going to be here with me walking through this. But what is Forex? Forex is the exchange of foreign currency. So just say, for example, when you go to another country, just say, for example, you go to Japan, and you exchange your US dollars for their currency, which is Japanese yen. It's a difference in money, right? So we're doing the same thing, but we're just doing it online. We're not traveling to Japan. We're not traveling to Canada. We're not traveling to any other country. We're traveling to our cell phone, logging in and exchanging the money and earning the difference in that money. And with foreign exchange, you can make money whether the market goes up or whether it goes down. So you'll have to kind of step in to learn a little bit more. I'm not going to dive too deep into that because it's a lot to learn. But so yeah, in essence, you're just basically exchanging money, US dollars for Japanese yen, or US dollars for Canadian dollar, or different Australian dollar, whatever you decide to exchange, whatever is working best, that's what we jump into. So foreign exchange, Forex is a $6.6 trillion per day industry, in trillion per day, like 6.6 trillion. If I can just get 1% of that every day, or 1% of that every week, it will be such a blessing. But this industry is an industry where you have to focus, you have to pay attention, you have to learn. Just like you're in college, you're getting a college degree. That's how I feel with Forex. Because I'm in it so hard, I'm studying so hard to educate myself on it, because I want a piece of that $6.6 trillion per day. I don't want to be sitting here looking at other people doing it. Like we have mentors in our company that's making thousands of dollars a day, and they're showing us how to do the same. So I'm stepping into leveling up so I can do the same. Another thing is, a lot of you probably don't know, with Forex, banks are actually trading your money in the Forex market. So when you go and deposit money into your account and you can't take that money out, just say, for example, if you go and it says you have a $500 limit on the amount of money that you can take out. It's because the banks are taking your money and they're trading it in the Forex market. I had someone say they were buying a car for their home. They were buying a car for their mom, and the car was $30,000. They were paying cash, but when they went to the bank, they couldn't get the money out right away, because they had to do like a 3-day waiting period to get their own money out. Why? Because the banks are using your money to trade it in the Forex market. So they trade your money in the Forex market, and they give you probably like what, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 cents interest each month, if you get that. And then on top of that, they charge us monthly fees. Just say, for example, if your monthly fee is $12 a month, or $10 a month, or $5 a month. So they're making money on top of our money, but still charging us fees. So Forex is a way for you to do that with your own money. And you can do with it whatever you decide to do with it. You can take it and put it back in the banks and earn 3 cents interest a month, or you can take it, which we're learning in the company that I'm with, we're learning to take that money and put it into cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin has soared to over $16,000 this week, the highest level of that it's ever been. So we're taught to take that money and put it into Bitcoin instead of putting it into the bank. This week, even though I only have a little bit of Bitcoin, I have about, well, I initially started with $90, and this week it went up to $115. So, and I just put that in there about 3 weeks ago. You wouldn't have gotten that difference by putting your money into the bank. So any income that I make from Forex is going to go into the crypto market, whether it's Bitcoin or Ripple, whatever cryptocurrency is suggested to us from our mentors is what I'm going to invest in, because they're already earning money from it. So Forex is just the time for you to reset and restart, kind of rethink about what you've been doing with your money, think about what the banks have been doing with your money, and make a better decision with the money that you're putting into that. If you're not going to take it out and put it into crypto, take it out and put it into real estate investing, or something else that gives you a better return on your investment. So can you really make money with the Forex market? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We have people making, oh my gosh, I can't share with you any of the screenshots because we're not supposed to publicly share unless we get approval to share from that person directly. But we have people making at least 2,000 to 5,000 pips per day in Forex. And what's a pip? It's basically it's the price that for exchanging Forex. So just say, for example, if you put in $1 per pip and you win 2,000 pips, you're winning $2,000 in the Forex market. So let me show you an example. So this is a Forex chart. And on this chart, I'm sure it looks confusing. It was confusing to me at first too. When I first saw this chart, I felt like I was getting ready to launch a space shuttle or something, but I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand the chart. So in the back, you'll see like the watermark where it says GBP, and then behind there it says USD. So that's the Great British Pound, US dollar. Then you can see it at the bottom, Great British Pound, US dollar. Here we have the candles, and each of these candles represents a time frame. So one candle is 15 minutes because I'm on the 15-minute time frame. One candle is 15 minutes. So let me show you how much money you can make with this market and how quickly you can make it. So if you look at this candle, I'm right here under this green candle that's going up. So that's a total of 3 candles that I just marked. Within 45 minutes, you got 41 pips. So 41 pips times $1 is $41. Do that 3 times a day. That's more than some people are making in a 9-to-5. That's $120 a day. And even if it's not more than you're making at your 9-to-5, it's a great part-time income to have. You can do this while you're on lunch at work, or when you're on your way to work if you're not driving, if you're on the train or something. But do that 3 times a day and you will earn the money that you want. And then just start doubling up from there. You can always put in, when you get successful at earning these at, well, when we start, we're always advised to start with 10 cents per pip. But as you go up and grow up and scale up, you can go up to $1 a pip, $2 per pip, $10 per pip. So if you would have put in $10 per pip and gotten 41 pips, that would have been $4,100 within 45 minutes. Where else can you make that at? Nowhere. And even if you get the candles going down, so for example, these red candles means that they're going down. So let's pull that over so I can show you that. So that's 37 pips, and don't worry about the negatives because you make money in the Forex market even when the market is going down. So that's 37 pips in an hour and 15 minutes. See at the bottom right-hand side where it says 1 hour, 15 minutes. So if you would have put $1 per pip in, $37 within an hour. I mean, and that's a perfect income, especially if you're in a job where you're making $18 an hour. You're basically doubling what you're making in the Forex market. So my goal in the end for Forex is to take, because we have a shift in this market, there's going to potentially be tons of foreclosures over the next year. Well, it may not be as many foreclosures as we had in 2009, but there's a shift that's coming in this market. I'm preparing for it with Forex. I'm going to take my income from Forex and purchase investment properties starting next year. So you can really make money with Forex. A lot of people don't understand it or don't try to understand it. In the beginning, I didn't try to understand it because when I looked at Forex, I looked at it as math, basically, because I hated math in grade school, high school, college. I didn't want any parts of it as an adult. So when I looked at these charts and I saw that it kind of reminded me of some type of math, I was like, oh my God, no, I'm not even going to be able to do it. But then back in like 2013, when I saw everyone jumping into the Bitcoin market, I tried it. I tried it for about a month and then I gave up. I tried it again in, I think, 2015 or 2016. I tried it for about 90 days, then I gave up. But that's because I wasn't ready at that time. You definitely have to be in a space where you're ready to jump in and to learn. So the 3 things that you need to get started with Forex is time, time. I have been diligently studying Forex since September 1st for 1 to 2 hours a day. And that's because I wanted to make sure when I get into my real account, not my demo account, that I would be in a space where I am confident when I get into a trade, confident when I get out of a trade, confident that I'm going to win a specific amount of money each week. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be in a space where you're going to not going to ever lose. You're going to lose money, but you reduced your risk of losing if you take the time to study it before you jump into your real account. Now, with the company that I'm with, we do have educators that call out signals where we can just copy and paste those signals, but you have to be in a space where when you look at those signals and you look at that chart that I just showed you, you have to be in a space to know if those signals are the right signals for you to copy and paste, or if the coordinates of those signals that they called out are good for your account. Because you don't want to, it's called a stop loss, where you enter the amount of pips that you're willing to risk if you lose. If they call out a stop loss of 500 pips and your account won't handle it, you won't be able to enter that trade. So you need to be in a space where even though they're calling out those trades for you to jump into, you have to know whether it's a good trade for you. So that's another thing, the mindset. You have to be in the right mindset in order to trade Forex. For me, you probably just saw on my chart, I have my affirmations on my chart. And then I also have these affirmations on the wall in my office. I am a six-figure trader. I am a confident trader. I keep trading simple and easy. I win 75% or more of my trades. These are affirmations that I say every day before I start trading. So you have to be in the right mindset to trade. You can't just jump into a trade and you're angry. If you're angry at your husband or your wife or your baby daddy or your kids, you can't just jump into a trade and expect it to be get good results, because you may not have put in the right coordinates for that trade. So you have to be clear mind to get it. And then you also need great mentors. Now, there are mentors out there that have one-on-one training with you. And I've worked with a mentor that had amazing one-on-one training or small group trainings. You can get that type of training. You can also find info on YouTube. I've seen people learn how to trade on YouTube. But you have to have that time and that mindset to be consistent with pulling all of those pieces together on YouTube. Or you can get with a company that has mentors and step-by-step education to walk you through. And that's what I did. I joined a company that teaches us how to trade. We basically have a full Forex university. It's just like we're going to college. Every day we have 3 or 4 sessions that we can go into. We have intro to Forex that we can go into a couple of times a week. We have study hall that we can go into a couple of times a week. It reminds you of back when you were in school, right? Because they wanted to set up everything strategically, especially for those of us that are beginners. Most of the people, and over 50-something% of the people that joined our company, they're beginners. So they're basically holding our hand. We have a beginners academy. They're setting up an intermediate academy and an advanced academy as well. So as I grow out of my beginners stage, I'll be able to jump into that intermediate academy. So make sure when you're thinking about Forex that you're choosing the right mentor for Forex. You're not just jumping in because someone said they won $1,000, and definitely don't jump in because someone said they can take your money and earn you $1,000 in the Forex market. It's better for you to learn so that you'll have that skill set, so that if something happens in your life, just say, for example, we have millions of people that lost their jobs this year. But for those people that know how to trade Forex, they were able to recoup right away, immediately, because they can jump right in, sit right down on that couch and jump right in and start trading Forex. So next week, I am launching a Facebook group where I'm going to take everyone more behind the scenes of Forex and my day-to-day things that I do for Forex, and what I'm learning, inspiration, tips, and things like that. You are welcome to join. Go to my website, zerotolegacy.com. I named it Zero to Legacy because I am going from zero in Forex to being able to leave $1 million legacy for my daughter. So go to zerotolegacy.com. Check that information out. If you're interested in more information about the company, that information is there. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to message me. There's a link to message me on Facebook. Just in case you're watching this outside of Facebook, there's a link there. And then also, there's more information about the company and then the link to the group as well. So that group will be launching next week. And I'm excited because there's going to be a ton of information that I'm going to be able to share over there in the group. All right. So happy Saturday. I will talk to you all later and have a good one.